Hey guys, how's it going? How is your beautiful day going on this beautiful day? It is time for the NBA playoffs. I am super excited. I think that all of the 4-5 and the 3-6 matchups are going to be absolutely electric this year. So I actually cannot wait for it. So first we are going to start off with the Thunder against the 8 seed. So obviously right now, as I am recording this, the second play-in games haven't played, so we don't know who the 8 seeds are going to be. It's not going to change anything for either side of the bracket, so I'm just doing this now because the Thunder are beating whoever the 8 seed is, whether it's the Mavericks or the Grizzlies. Depending on the team, it depends on how many games it's going to go. If it's the Mavericks, it's in 4. If it's the Grizzlies, it's in 5. So we're going to pick the Thunder in 5 to be safe. Next, we have the Nuggets in the Clippers, which is going to be a really fun series. I think it is arguably one of the better series that we have. I mean, honestly, except for the 1-8 on the west side and the 1-8 and the 2-7 on the east side, I think we have all just fantastic matchups this season. For the Nuggets and the Clippers, I'm a huge Nuggets fan. I have to go Nuggets. I'm a fan at heart, okay? And I've seen that the Clippers are getting most of the buzz. And it makes sense. What the Clippers have is probably the best matchup for Denver. Ivica, however you say that dude's first name, I don't think I've ever really gotten his first name right. But Zubac is probably the best guarder of Jokic in the league, although there's really no actual guarder of Jokic because he's unstoppable. Zubac is the closest thing. We've seen Kawhi play at a 2019 Kawhi level recently. We've seen James Harden play at an all-pro level. Norman Powell is probably the most, if not one of the highest, most improved players of the league this year. They're a very dangerous team, and I think they're the most dangerous team in the playoffs. And I think that they could handle us real quickly. They could get us out of there in 5 games, and I see that as a possibility. But healthy Jamal Murray, which he's not 100% healthy, but a playoff Jamal. We have the best player in the series. If we can get some of the work that we've seen from Aaron Gordon in the last final stretch of this season, I really think that we are a very, very good team that could win a championship. Do I think we will? No, because I also think we are the most inconsistent group of players in the entire NBA. So, but I do think that we beat the Clippers. I think it goes 6 or 7. But I will go Denver in 6. If Denver wins, I think it's going to be in 7. Lakers Timberwolves. This is another one that's going to be just a fantastic matchup. The thing that I'm kind of worried about for the Timberwolves, for the Lakers, I mean, going up against a really good offensive big, and what the Timberwolves do not have right now is a really good offensive big. I mean, Naz Reid is fine, but in their starting lineup, Rudy Gobert is not going to be able to make the Lakers pay. And the way he's been playing in recent weeks is like you'd think that Rudy could make the Lakers pay, but he's been one of the worst offensive players we've seen in recent history. That's just the biggest problem with the Timberwolves and why I don't trust them that much to beat the Lakers. Plus, you just have LeBron and Luka in the same series, 2 playoff risers. I think that the Timberwolves, if Rudy can make the Lakers pay every once in a while, I really think the Timberwolves have a chance in this series. But I'm going to go Lakers in 6. I just think that they have the better team overall. And like I said, they have Luka and LeBron. So I just don't see them losing that series. Next, we have the Rockets and the Warriors. Now, a lot of people are picking the Warriors, which in my opinion makes a lot of sense. Because right now, the Warriors are looking like they have playoff Jimmy. And they have Steph, and the Rockets are just a really young team, and the Warriors have a lot of experience under their belt. I wouldn't sweep the Rockets under the rug like they don't have a chance in this series or anything like that. I think it's going to be a close series, and I really do think the Rockets can win. The last time the Warriors played the Rockets, Steph had 3 points. Defensively, the Rockets are absolutely amazing. They are a fantastic defensive team. They have probably the most versatile defender in the league, and Amen Thompson, he can do anything, and he has so much athleticism. I just think that they're so young. This is their first playoff series. I don't think that they beat the Warriors, who have just a very, like I said, they're very seasoned right now. And you know what you're getting out of the Warriors. You know what players are going to do what. I just think the Warriors are going to overpower the Rockets at the end of the day and win this one in 6 games. Next, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers against either the Hawks or the Heat. Either way, Cavaliers in 4. Next, we have the Pacers and the Bucks. This series is also tough because Damian Lillard is missing the first few games. Even when he comes back, we don't know how. He won't be 100% even if he does come back. I think people are really underrating the Pacers. The Pacers are a very, very good team. They're very versatile. They have a lot of good defenders on that team, and their pace of play has always been really, really high. Pascal Siakam, who could give you anything that you ask him to do. Tyrese Halliburton, who is one of the best traditional point guards in the league, and in this final stretch of the year, he's finally been looking like Tyrese Halliburton again. And I mean, during this last month of the season, the Pacers have looked like one of the best teams of basketball. So I really got to say that I think that the Pacers can win, especially without Dame. Giannis is fantastic, and what I want to see out of this, I want to see Giannis go on a run because he is such a fantastic NBA player. He's the third, in my opinion, he's still the second best player in the entire NBA. Anytime he's going to be in your series, you're going to think that you have a chance at it. I want to pick the Bucks here because I want Giannis to go on a run, but I think that the Pacers are the better team. And normally in a 7-game series, the better team ends up winning, and I don't know if Giannis can carry them. Oh, God, this one's tough. I think it goes 7 either way, in my personal opinion. Just the Bucks, it's just Giannis is so good, and they have decent pieces around him. If Kyle Kuzma can play better, and Kevin Porter Jr. has been playing fantastic basketball as of recent, so it's almost like, I don't know, if Kevin Porter Jr. can keep playing like this, they can win this series. I'm going to come back to that one because I just can't quite make a decision on it. So next we have Knicks and Pistons, which is going to be a really good series as well. The Knicks just have a better team overall. The Pistons are great. They got here. That's all they really needed. That's all I think their fan base even wanted. I don't even think their fan base was ready to actually make the playoffs this season. But they did, and they're one of the highest season-to-season raising teams we've ever seen. But they're fantastic. It's just when Cade, the thing that the Knicks can do is kind of blitz Cade and make sure, try and get the ball out of Cade's hands. And if you do that, I really don't know if the Pistons are going to be able to handle that for a full 7-game series. They may be able to take a couple games where their role players go crazy, but if the Knicks can just slow Cade down, I really think that this series is going to be a wrap. The Pistons are a very good team, and I think they have a chance. And I know in the season series they won 3-1, but realistically, season series never actually mean anything in the playoffs. I mean, they've barely ever meant anything. So I'm going Knicks to win this one. We'll go in 6 games because, like I said, I think that the Pistons role players can help them take a game. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to if Cade can be the superhero, and I just don't think that he's going to be able to be enough of a superhero in this series to win it. Next, we have the Celtics and the Magic. We're picking Celtics in 4. I honestly don't see the Magic taking a game. I see a few people like, oh, they could be scrappy. Their defense, I don't care. Their defense is good, but their offense is the worst in the league. And, they had a good play-in game, but I do not trust in the Magic against the Celtics, especially since the Celtics also have one of the best defenses in the league going against the worst offense in the league, and they have one of the better offenses in the league going against a good defense. I just think it's a complete mismatch, and the Celtics are going to take care of business. Screw it. We're going Giannis. We're going Giannis in 7. All right, now to the second round of the playoffs. We got the Thunder and the Nuggets. I love my Nuggets, but the Thunder are on a different level this year. They won 68 games. They dominated throughout the season, and I don't think that stops. They have some experience under their belt, and I really think they're coming out. I mean, they're just such a fantastic team. Shea's such a good team, and if you look at their team, there's almost nothing that you want more from them. Except for shooting. I mean, their shooting's not the best in the world, but besides that, they've kind of have everything checked, and their shooting has been better as of recently, and they can rely on some of their high tier shooters, some of their mid tier shooters, to maybe get a higher level to a high tier shooters. We got to see how J-Dub plays because last year in the playoffs he was not very good. This year they also have Chet. Obviously they had Chet last year, but I don't know. I just think they're a more seasoned team. They're going to be really good this year. And Denver has just looked like a shithole, and they don't have their own coach. They don't have a experienced coach anymore. They have an interim, and I really think Mark Dayton can run circles around David Adelman and win this game and win this series in 5 games. Next, we have the Lakers and the Warriors, matchup that we wanted to see in the first round, but I guess we will see it in the second round. I think it'll be a very good series. At the end of the day, I think this is the series I look most forward to, because I think it's going to be the closest series of the entire playoff. If playoff Jimmy comes in, then it's like Jimmy, Luka, LeBron, and Curry. It's like, I don't know. The Lakers, the only thing is that the Lakers got the right side of the bracket, because they're not going to have to deal with any big that is going to make them pay. That's what the beauty of the Lakers positioning. The only thing where they get a bad here is if the Rockets do beat the Warriors in the first round, the Lakers are going to have a real tough time against the Rockets. I think that is a much closer series. The only problem is the Warriors aren't going to be able to take advantage of that, and I think that the Lakers are going to benefit from that, which is why they will win the series. Just because their ability to have 3 guys who can create their own shot and 3 guys who can run the offense, I just think it's a very, very tough trait to be able to guard, especially for the Warriors, who don't have any all-world defenders. They have some good defenders, Jimmy Butler is a fantastic defender. Gary Payton's a fantastic defender. I just don't think that their bench, and I just don't think that their makeup is good enough to actually beat the Lakers. I think that the Warriors are one of the scariest teams in the league because of playoff Jimmy, but I think that the Lakers end that there. I think this one goes 7. Next, we have the Cavaliers and the Bucks, which the Bucks are great. They made it here. I don't think Giannis is good enough to beat the Cavs. So the Cavs have been so absolutely otherworldly this year, and they could get to this point and absolutely poop their pants. We've seen 1 seeds do it all the time, and especially Donovan Mitchell led 1 seeds. So I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be absolutely baffled if the Bucks won this series. In fact, I could definitely see it happening. But the Cavs just have so much. Like they have 5 All-Stars on their starting lineup. I mean, you got Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, and I feel like I'm missing somebody. I think that they win it in 5 or 6, but we'll go in 6 to give Giannis the credit that he deserves. And then the Celtics, their season, the Knicks just don't look very. They're not going to beat the Celtics. That they got swept in the season series, and although I did say that the season series just doesn't normally matter, it's the Celtics. They've been absolutely fantastic this year, and they've been worse than they were last year, but they still are a 60-win team. So next we have the conference finals. We have the Thunder and the Lakers versus the Cavaliers and the Celtics, and you delusional Lakers fans, you don't have a chance against the Thunder. You don't. I think that's a 5-game series. The Thunder take care of business. They have someone who can punish you in the paint in Chet Holmgren, and also Isaiah Hartenstein. They can make you pay in every which way possible. I don't think that there's a chance that the Lakers win this series. And again, it doesn't make any sense to me that the delusional Lakers fans actually think that the Lakers are going to make it to the finals this year. You don't have the makeup. You don't have the makeup to fully complement Luka Doncic yet. And I know you have Luka and LeBron, and that's a good thing. And you played well against the Thunder in the regular season. I don't care. The Thunder are so absolutely fantastic right now that I just do not see the Lakers beating them in a series. I don't think that's possible. In fact, I think the only West team that could beat the Thunder in a series is the Nuggets. If the Nuggets catch their stride and actually play some playoff basketball like they have in previous years, I think they have the highest chance of any team to beat the Thunder. Anyway, Cavaliers Celtics, the series to decide. This is going to be a really good series because you got the 2 best teams in the East who have been duking it out. And I keep going back and forth on this. And it's not like either team is not. Like, both teams are experienced. Both teams have been here before. I guess the Cavaliers have been here less. I am inclined to take the Celtics here. And I just don't see the Cavaliers making it to the finals, if I'm being perfectly honest. In fact, I see them possibly losing to the Bucks. Either way, I think the Celtics make it to the finals because I just don't see the Cavaliers being good enough. I just don't. And I think that the Celtics can handle the Cavaliers in 7 games. I think it'll be a close series. And then we get to the Thunder and the Celtics. And this series is going to be so hard to predict. There's so many ways you can go about it. The Thunder are always going to have the best player. The best team overall, probably the Celtics, but they're so damn close to each other. And they just look so unstoppable. Like the easiness of how they've just marked through the regular season. And I understand like not taking into account the regular season too much. But like they've just been so dominant. They're like the 4th or 5th best record of all time, 68-14. They're absolutely ridiculously good. So I just find it really hard to believe that they're not gonna win this series. I gotta pick the Thunder to win. The Celtics are fantastic. I just think, again, I think both teams are very, very well made up. I think the Thunder are a bit deeper. I think the Celtics overall first 6 to 7 are better. The Thunder have the better player, and I think that that's just what carries it over, is the better player, and the slightly deeper team is what is going to win the Thunder the NBA championship this year in 6 games. So that is going to be my bracket. The Thunder in 5, Nuggets in 7, Lakers in 6, Warriors in 6, Cavs in 4, Bucks in 7, Knicks in 6, Celtics in 4, Celtics in 5, Cavs in 6, Lakers in 7, Thunder in 5, Thunder in 5, Celtics in 7, and then the Thunder in 6. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.